Well, hi, very warm welcome to Dusty Shelf. Well, I did a video a couple of weeks back walking around the Hornby Visitor Centre where I am today. So this is the Wonderworks down in Margate, and see their wonderful little Scalextric set that's in front of me here. And what I did last time is I walked around the Hornby collection that they have in here, picked out some items, and basically ran a little competition to see who was the best Hornby collector. So how many points can you get? You know, if you have them in your collection, you award yourself points, and then at the end add them up, and yeah, put your total in the comments. And just for fun, we'll see who was the best Hornby collector. Well, let's do the same for Scalextrics. Why not? Well, let's start with a nice easy one here. I'm looking for either Knight Rider, or just here you can see the DeLoreans from Back to the Future. So they're quite modern cars, so I'm sure quite a few people have those in their collection. But if you have one of those, award yourself a point. Another easy one. Any car from James Bond. Again, 1 point. Let's try and get a little bit harder now. So, any tin plate Scalextric car. Again, 1 point. Any classic Mini. So what I'm looking for here are the ones that were around sort of 70s, 80s, as you can see here. Again, 1 point for those. Well, one of the best sellers from Scalextric is the Porsche model that you see here. So do you have one of these in your collection? I'm going to award 1 point if you have one, and an extra point, a bonus point, if it's in a box. So this section's on the most iconic liveries and cars. So we've got the JPS livery there, we've got the Minis and the Fords. But what I'm looking for is any car with a JPS or John Player Special on the livery. Has to be made by Scalextric, and yeah, has to be JPS. I mean, can you honestly believe putting tobacco advertising on a kid's toy in this day and age without some sort of warning? Well, my favourite car of all time, the Tumbler. Do you have one of those in your collection? Give yourself a point. And then a bonus point if you have it in this box set. Do you have any of the earlier Formula 1 cars in your collection? If so, give yourself a point. What about one of these classic starters? You wind up the handle, push the button, and yeah, the lights change. If you've got one of those, give yourself a point. And whilst we're talking about the starter, if you have any other memorabilia, such as a grandstand here, or the winning post that you see at the end here with the flag on top, the control tower, maybe just the pit garage, or even the record of the sounds, if you have any of those, do give yourself another point. Any collector's box sets in your collection? If so, give yourself a point. Another one of my favourites here, the Bentley. I'd love one of these. I don't actually have one, but yeah, do you have a Bentley in your collection? If so, then award another point. What about some of the more modern F1 cars? If you have any of the modern collection, again, give yourself a point. But this section of the museum is all about prototyping and specials, and you can see here the 3D printed items and how they're designed. So if you have anything that's extra special, one-off, you know, maybe a classic mould or something in your collection, I think that's got to be worth 2 points. Any Jordan F1 cars, 1 point. Very specific, this one, the Dunlop Bridge. Fairly straightforward one here. Do you have any of these cars? Any one of these? Give yourself a point. What about a 6-wheeler Tyrrell? Does anybody have one of those? Give yourself a point. Finally, do you have a motorbike in your collection? If so, 1 point. Well, there you go. I hope that was a little bit of fun. better than me walking around all the cabinets and just reading out what's inside them. So yeah, it's up to your own interpretation. Award yourself the points as you see fit, and do put your total in the description below, just for a bit of fun. No prizes or anything. It's just let's see if we've got any proper true Scalextric collectors out there. And with that, just as I wrap up and make my way back along the wonderful Scalextric set they got here, got all the got the Turner Contemporary there, and the Lido. These are all sites of Margate. The clock tower here, the Hornby factory, and then at this end Dreamland, Arlington House, and a new addition is the Margate Banksy. Yeah, so with that, I'm going to wrap this up. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up, and why not check out the channel. Lots on there, and if you can subscribe, I'll be very grateful. And with that, we'll leave it there, and I'll just say thanks ever so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.